Hi friends! For those of you that haven't seen last week's video, I'm here with my new project car, because last week I picked up this Volvo 850R and today I'm finally going to start working on it. I think I've already mentioned it last week, but when I picked up this car it had no coolant in it, so I filled up the cooling system with some water so I could start it. But of course we want to change it for actual coolant today. But since it's lowered, my bin doesn't fit under it, so I'm going to use my jack so I can get under the car. I was also smart enough, by the way, to forget my own jack because it's at my other garage, but luckily my neighbor could borrow me his. Okay, now let's fill it up with some actual coolant. I got like 10 liters, so that should be enough because I think this system fits 7 liters, I think. Well, definitely not more than 10. And after that, I'm going to remove these seats, I think, because I want to restore them next week. Okay, now I'm gonna go and remove these seats, but first I gotta remove this panel so I can pull the safety pin for the airbag. So at the back of this panel there's this little safety pin that you can now pull, and you can just put it in place like this. Now let's disconnect the seat belt, and then I think we can remove the seat itself. We still gotta disconnect some wiring on the underside, but I think it will be easier to loosen the bolts first. And let's put it back in place so I don't lose it. Okay, so there's 2 more bolts, one right there and one right there, but it's impossible to film while I'm loosening them, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, I've removed one of these heavy-ass chairs. Now I've still got to do the other one, and then I think I'll also remove the carpet so I can clean it properly, because that's a bit hard when it's inside the car. So let's just strip all of the interior, I think. Oh look, and I found a dollar. I don't know what you call it, but it's USA money, and we have different coins here in the Netherlands, so that's kind of funny. Okay, so it seems like the previous owner glued this in place or something. I don't know why you do that, but it was glued on. So hopefully I can get this carpet back to normal. But I think that will be easier once it's outside of the car, so I'm going to remove it now. And then we can take a better look at it. As you can see, this is the part where the floor mat was glued on. Like I said, I really don't understand why you do that, but I'm going to try and use this drill brush to remove it, along with some soap. So hopefully that will work, even though you won't see it under the mat, but I want this glue to be gone, of course. This brush is taking up a whole lot of the glue, and it looks like the fabric itself is coming back, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to clean the entire floor mat because I want to do everything in one go, but I just wanted to see if I could get the glue out, or else I'll have to look for another floor mat. But I think this is working, and I'm really glad because 850R floor mats are different from the ones from a normal 850, so it would be hard to find these, so I am pretty happy now. Okay, so now I'm just going to continue removing the glue from the carpet. Like I said, I'm not going to clean all of it, so after that I'm going to remove the rest of my interior. But yeah, I want to remove the glue today so I can have a good night of sleep knowing that the glue is gone. I think it has gotten a lot better already. So now I'm going to put this outside because it's quite sunny, and then it can dry. Oh, look at my CRX. Alright, I also cleaned out the back seat of this car real quick because I had a lot of stuff laying around in it. And now I'm going to remove the front seat and then the back seat afterwards if I have some room in my garage. Otherwise I'm going to leave it in until next week. And hopefully I can remove that seat because this one was already a pain in the ass to remove because the door wouldn't open all the way. But let me show you. On the other side I have even less room. So I'm going to try, but I'm not sure if I can get it out like this. Otherwise I will have to remove it from that side. And maybe then I'll have to remove my center console. This isn't ideal, but we're going to give it a shot, okay? Luckily, I somehow managed to remove this seat as well. So now I'm left with this, and I'm going to remove the mess on the floor right there. Oh, and by the way, I haven't really shown you, but I gotta redo this headliner as well. But since I recently did the headliner of my CRX as well a few weeks ago, I'm not going to do it anytime soon because I don't want my videos to get too repetitive. But I will do it in the future. Oh, I forgot my gloves. And there's no glue on this piece of carpet, so I'm a happy girl now, yay. And it seems like this is the only part of the car that's still red, because it hasn't seen the sun, of course. Yay, that one's out as well. And now I gotta see if I can find any space for the rest of the back seat, because my garage is super small and I got two cars in here, which wasn't planned, but okay. And for those of you wondering how to remove the rear seat on a saloon, you just gotta flip it over like this and push it to that side, and then you can just pull it out like this. So it's different from the Estate 850, but it's actually quite easy if you're strong enough, which I'm not, so I'm struggling, but okay, finally. It would be so helpful if I had an extra hand to help me, but I'm doing this all by myself. But eventually I get everything done. Just takes me some more effort. Okay, so I really don't have space for all these parts actually, but I wanted to remove everything today so that next week I can restore all these parts and then put them back in the car. But yeah, I really need a bigger garage. Well, most of my interior is gone now, and look at how big this car is without its seats in. I could lay flat on the ground right now. But yeah, I know I said that I'd redo my headliner later because I don't want my videos to get too repetitive, but I think I'm going to remove it now and then redo it later because there's foam behind this fabric, and I'm a bit scared that when I put the seats in, when I've cleaned everything, that all these pieces of foam will fall into my seats and then I'll have to vacuum it again, and I don't want to do that too many times because, you know, why would I do that? I'd rather wrench than clean. But yeah, I think I'm going to remove the headliner now and then call it a day. And yeah, I think then we will have removed most of the parts and then we can start restoring and reinstalling next time I'm here, which I'm looking most forward to. Look, this is the foam that I was talking about. It's super nasty. And it's already falling into the car, so yeah. Okay, so normally the connectors from this little lamp go all the way under the dashboard, but it looks like the previous owner has already cut these wires once before and made some new connectors right here, so that will save me some struggling. So yeah, normally you will have to look under there, but now I can just release it right here. Okay, now how do I get this out of the car? I think through that door. Wait, let me move you. I was able to remove the headliner through the passenger side door, but when I'm going to install the new headliner, I'm going to do that through the trunk, I think. But I can't do that right now because the car is parked so closely to the wall. But yeah, I was able to get it out like this, but I think it would be easier to do it from the trunk. I will have to remove this sunroof shade as well, because I want to redo this liner too. But to do that, I gotta remove the sunroof itself. But I need a battery for that, because you gotta lift the sunroof and then you can undo these screws. So I will remove the shade later, but I'm not forgetting that. So yeah, with that I've now stripped this car of all the parts I wanted to remove today. Next time I'm here I'll go and restore the interior and then start putting everything back together. So please stay tuned for that. For now, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hope to see you next time. Bye!